There comes a moment in your life when the ordinary days are no longer ordinary, when the silence of heaven breaks and the voice of God whispers into your spirit. You are stepping into a week of miracles. This is not just another Monday, not just another sunrise, not just another week on the calendar. This is the season where heaven touches earth, where chains break, where doors open, where prayers are answered. And God sent me to remind you today, your miracle is already in motion. For too long, you've looked at your life and thought, maybe nothing will ever change. Maybe this is all there is. For too long, you've carried pain, disappointment, and silence. But God is saying, my child, lift your head. Believe again, expect again, hope again. Because miracles do not come to the doubter. Miracles do not flow into the hands that are closed. Miracles find the ones who dare to believe even when everything around them says it's impossible. Every miracle in history started with someone who refused to give up. The woman with the issue of blood pressed through the crowd. The blind man shouted louder when they told him to be quiet. The crippled man at the pool waited year after year until one day the master came and said, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And now God says it is your turn. Heaven is not confused about your destiny. Your story has already been written, and inside that chapter are chapters of miracles waiting for you to walk into them. What you thought was a delay was actually preparation. What you thought was rejection was actually protection. And what you thought was the end was only the setup for your miracle. God never promised an easy road, but He promised a victorious one. And this week, He is placing victory in your hands. This is not just about one blessing or one answer. When God moves, He moves in abundance. This week, you will see breakthroughs in the places you least expect. Relationships that were broken will begin to heal. Opportunities you thought were gone will start to knock again. Dreams you buried deep inside will start breathing again. Because God is not limited by your situation. He is not limited by the economy, by people, by governments, or by time. He is the creator of time, and when He says now is your moment, nothing and no one can stand in the way. And hear me, your pain was not wasted. Every tear you cried watered the ground for your miracle. Every sleepless night became the seed for your breakthrough. Every moment you felt alone, heaven was preparing an answer that would silence your doubts. God says, I saw you when no one else did. I heard you when no one else cared, and now I will reward your faithfulness. The very thing that caused you pain will become the very thing that reveals His glory in your life. The very test that almost destroyed you will become your testimony. This week, you will walk with your head lifted high because heaven has declared it is your time. But here's the key. You must walk into this week with faith, not fear, not doubt, not hesitation, faith. When you wake up in the morning, speak life into your day. This is my week of miracles. When you go to work, declare something good is coming my way. When you face challenges, say, my God has already gone before me. Because miracles are not random. They are attracted to faith. Your faith is the magnet that pulls heaven into your situation. And God says, if you believe, you will see the glory of God. The enemy will try to discourage you. He will whisper, nothing is changing. You're wasting your time. But that is the sign that your breakthrough is closer than ever. When the enemy fights the hardest, it means heaven is moving the fastest. When the storm rages, it means the miracle is at the door. So don't let fear stop you. Don't let doubt silence you. Don't let yesterday's pain define tomorrow's joy. No enemy, no obstacle, no devil in hell can stop what God has already released over your life. Listen to the promise of God. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. That means where there was no way, a way is being created. Where there was no provision, rivers are beginning to flow. Where there was emptiness, fullness is arriving. This is the week where prayers you forgot you prayed will suddenly be answered. This is the week where people you never thought would help you will show up out of nowhere. This is the week where chains that held your family for generations will finally break. So live as if the miracle is already done. Praise as if the victory is already in your hands. Smile as if the answer has already arrived. Faith does not wait to see, faith celebrates before the walls fall. Joshua shouted before Jericho crumbled. David praised before the throne was his, and Paul and Silas sang in the prison before the doors opened. And you must walk this week like someone who knows my God has already gone ahead of me. Very soon, you won't need to explain yourself to anyone. You won't need to defend yourself. You won't need to beg anyone to believe in you, because when the miracle arrives, it will speak louder than your words. It will silence your enemies, it will humble those who doubted you, and it will glorify the one who never left you. People will look at your life and say, surely God's hand is upon them, because the miracle will be undeniable. So as you step into this new week, don't step with fear, step with faith. Don't step with doubt, step with expectation. Because God has declared over your life, this is your week of miracles. Lift your head, strengthen your heart, open your spirit. The heavens are open, the blessings are pouring, and your miracle is closer than you think. Walk boldly into this week knowing this truth. If God said it, it will happen. If God promised it, it is already done. And this week, you will see it with your own eyes. Amen.